learning coaches. This video will help you learn how to help your student succeed at WYVA. The main number one thing that I could recommend is to reach out for help. Teachers and all of our staff are here to help you. If you run into questions, if you don't know how to do something, if you're stuck on a homework assignment in English, reach out to teachers or to me to help with training. I'm the training teacher. But reach out to people for help. Again, teachers are here to help you. I would train your student to contact their teachers either through phone calls or emails to ask for help when they need help. That's the biggest step to success in our program. The other one is to not fall behind. So to do that, we are going to be showing you how to check your students' work to complete, and then also how to check your students' grades. Both of them are important to help your student not fall behind and then stay successful at WYVA. I would recommend doing this for new students. I would recommend doing this several times a week until they kind of get on their feet. And then after that, I would graduate to once a week. I would make it a Friday or a Saturday, whatever day they say they're done for the week. At WYVA, we consider a week's worth of work, Monday through Friday's work, due considered late Sunday at 9:30 p.m. After that, teacher graded assignments are subject to a late penalty. That is basically anything they have to write on. So multiple choice, quizzes, that kind of thing, doesn't have a late penalty, but teacher graded assignments do. So we are going to go through how to check your students' information and basically help them succeed. Okay, so to start out, you're going to see what your student needs to complete. This is very similar to the views they have. We'll go over kind of their view. This schedule is their schedule, the same thing they see under my schedule on their account. I'm going to go to a different day since this is finals week, so we don't have typical assignment workload. So I moved back in time so that I could show you a typical day. So we have different kinds of activities to do through the day. Some of these are calendar events. If it has the little calendar picture, it's a calendar event. If it has a folder, it means it's kind of an organizational thing that they have to do all the things within the folder. And so it's important for them to click on those folders to see which things they need to complete within the folder. So let's go ahead and just show you what that looks like. Click on the folder. They can see that when it loads, they can see that these activities are what they need to complete. You can see that the student completed all of these because they have the green check. If the student didn't complete them, it would have a white circle. And if they started something, it would have like a white circle with half of it being green. Okay, so to complete an assignment, your student will just click on the link and then go complete it. It's really easy for students. You can also see which activities, which class connects your students have for that day, or you can toggle to the week to see all of this information from a week view. And then you can also see overdue assignments. If your student has an overdue assignment, it will show up here and it will have it in red. So this is how you can see what your student needs to complete. Another thing that you'll need to check is your students' grades. The overdue assignment list is handy, but sometimes assignments glitch and they don't show on the assignment overdue list. So it's important that you also check the grade book so that your student, so you can see if and your student also checks the grade book so that they can see if they're missing anything besides the overdue assignment list. So the tempting way to do this is from your account to click on grade. However, the grade view is really disorganized and kind of ugly to look at, makes your head hurt. I would not recommend this. So this is the grade view from the Learning Coach account. You have to kind of expand everything in order to see the feedback, and it just gets really tedious. So this is not the recommended way that I would see the grades. I'm going to go back to the Learning Coach homepage to show you how I would recommend going to your student's gradebook. Okay, so I would click on, first I would change your student to your students, the one you want to see. Then I would click on courses. from here, before we leave this area, I do want to point out that if you have a question about a course, you can find the teacher's contact information by clicking on the teacher's name. You can see their phone number. And if you click on the Contact Our Teachers button, it will bring up a big list with everybody's phone number and email addresses, or where you can link to their email addresses, so that you can send them a message. It's important that you filter from here too. Right now I'm looking at Francesca's information. So I'm going to filter to the new student. And then keep in mind that Caroline Hickerson is our principal, so she doesn't teach a course. So Jillian Miller would be the official teacher. Also, WYVA teacher just lets me in there and lets me troubleshoot everybody's courses. And so I'm not the real teacher either. So I would contact the number of the real teacher besides Mrs. Hickerson or WYVA teacher. Okay, so let's go back to this page. To check your student's grade, I would actually go into a course with them. So if you click on any one of their courses, it will bring up a warning message saying, are you sure you want to go in as a student? And you say yes. It scares lots of teacher or student or learning coaches away, but you do want to do that. Click on yes. You will be viewing as your student, so do not complete work for your student in this account. Make sure that your student completes it in their account. It's tempting to just like scoot over and let your kid do it. Like you say, hey, you're missing this. And they say, oh, okay, let me do it. Make sure that they're doing it in their account. Okay, so from the dashboard, you can see their grades. You can see the progress in the course, and then you can see the number of overdue assignments. To get a better view of the grades, just click on grades up at the top. And then wait for it to load. You can see comments. You can see the grades on the grade items. You can see comments, anything that your teacher may want you to do different. Make sure to write in complete sentences next time so that the reader knows what question you were answering. Just tips on how to raise your grade. So I would always check this out with your student. If your student, let me switch to a new course, and this is a tip, how to switch to a new course. Click on the 9 squares in the shape of a square, and then go to a different course. You can check the gradebook for all of the courses. I happen to know that there is a missing assignment in this course, which is why I'm going there, so that I can show you what a missing assignment looks like. So if I scroll down, I can see that the student scored a 0 out of 50. Teachers do enter in zeros for missing assignments, and sometimes it doesn't show up on the overdue assignment list. It's just glitches. So it's important to check this. If your student's grade is low, click on the grade book and figure out why, because it's something that they may be able to fix. Even if, let's say, this was a quiz and your student scored a 0 out of 50 on the quiz, which would be hard, but let's say, normal quizzes are 5. So let's say they scored a 0 out of 5 or a 0 out of 3. That's definitely possible. You can go to the content area, and then you can go to the course materials area of the course. So content, then course materials. Then you can scroll down and click on quiz corrections. And these are the quiz corrections or retake policies for this particular course. So in this case, students can retake the quizzes. So if the student didn't do well on the quiz, they can just simply click on the quiz again and go take it. They can look at the directions for tips on how to do that. Another interesting thing to check out in the content area is you can see when assignments will lock down. So let's say that assignment the student didn't do, and they needed to do it. You can see that it was due October 23rd, and you can also see that it ends November 30th. So now I can't click on it anymore because it's over. So it's handy to keep an eye on that kind of thing so that you can see when the student won't be able to do it again. Okay, so we went over grades, we went over how to see when things are locked. Let's say your student has a 0 on an assignment and they said, I turned it in. You can check to see do they turned it in appropriately by clicking on Tools and then Assignments. And you can see the assignment name. And you can see like here it says not submitted, or you can see that it was submitted and maybe it still says 0 and the teacher just hasn't graded it yet. So this is a way for you to see if a student has completed an assignment. So again, I would kind of go through these steps for new students several times a week. And then for veteran students that are kind of on their feet, I would do this when they are done with school for the day, or for the week, sorry, for the week, so that you can see that they don't have any missing assignments, that they have 0 overdues, and that they have 0 zeros in the gradebook. Even if they took an assignment and they didn't do well, if they have a 0 because they failed the quiz, I would still have them go check out that content, then course materials area to see what they can do to fix it. Okay, so this video was how to help your student be the most successful student they can be. And hopefully this helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.